Welcome to this week's edition of SKNIS Week in Review. I am your host, Kimberly Grant. This is a weekly program that highlights some of the top stories of the work of the government of St. Kitts and Nevis. Here are the top stories for June 15 to 21st. CAFRA 63rd Health Research Conference in St. Kitts to make a positive impact on health sectors in the Caribbean. Customs Department proved to be an exceptional partner to Coast Guard unit during exercise Trade Winds 2018, and 2018 New Year's honorees officially awarded for contribution to nation building. Health professionals, researchers, policymakers, and other public health officials from across the Caribbean region, Latin and North America, and Europe gathered at the Royal St. Kitts Hotel on June 14th to mark the opening of the 63rd CAFRA Health Research Conference. Minister Richards, who spoke on behalf of the Prime Minister, who is the CARICOM lead head for health, human resource development, and HIV, welcomed the delegation of health officials and other guests in attendance and wished them a successful conference. The conference, which was held at the St. Kitts Marriott Resort, featured sessions on non-communicable diseases, health systems policy and planning, strengthening global cancer research and control, and communicable disease surveillance and prevention.
Our team unity government and people are delighted to welcome all of you who work tirelessly to prevent diseases, prolong our lives, and promote healthy practices and lifestyles. Whether through policy-making research, community-based activities, communications, campaigns, whatever the endeavor may be, your support sustainable health systems for the economic growth, development, and wealth of our families, communities, societies, and indeed the entire world. We are therefore pleased to have you here in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis.
The conference, which came to a close on June 16th, was observed under the theme Sustainable Health Systems for Economic Development and Wealth. The assistance given to the St. Kitts and Nevis Defence Force SKNDF Coast Guard unit by the local Customs and Excise Department was hailed a success, as the department played an exemplary role in ensuring that the maritime track for Phase 1 of Exercise Trade Winds 2018 achieved its outcome. Midshipman Garnett thanked officials from the United States Coast Guard and other partner nations for the assistance rendered to St. Kitts and Nevis. He noted that the maritime phase played a fundamental role for the St. Kitts and Nevis Defence Force Coast Guard unit. Equally important, he recognized the engineers who were trained and certified as Mercury engine repairmen, noting that having them adds to the continued upkeep of the Coast Guard interceptors. The midshipmen said that the training was integral and stated that after the exercise, engineers have been actively engaged.
They assisted the Coast Guard with a small rib to assist with our day-to-day operations. This rib was also utilized to assist the Trade Winds media to give them a more closer view of the actual exercises as they went along during the week and a half of Phase 1. The customs in itself also played a role in the planning to a certain extent with the local organizing committee.
4 citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis who were announced on New Year's Day as being on Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II New Year's Honours List by Prime Minister Dr. the Honourable Timothy Harris for their contribution to nation building were officially invested on Wednesday, June 20th at Government House. Prime Minister Harris used the occasion to commend the awardees, adding that they are all civically engaged citizens. Inspector Alfonso Hendrickson was awarded the Queen's Police Medal (QPM). Benjamin Francis and Dr. Ian Jacobs received the Member of the Most Excellent Order of the British Empire (MBE). Patricia Anelta Hobson was awarded the Office of the Most Excellent Order of the British Empire (OBE). The medals were distributed by His Excellency Sir S.W. Tapley Seaton, Governor General.
Today's investiture is a culmination of all of your years of devoted service, outstanding commitment, and leadership. Today has also been made possible by your family's encouragement and understanding. Your families have been the wind beneath your wings. So on behalf of the government and people of St. Kitts and Nevis, I say thank you to all of them for sharing you with our beloved country.
The Starkey Foundation has once again brought the gift of hearing to citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis on its third mission to the Federation. The hearing mission took place from June 18th to 20th and was a collaborative effort between the Ministry of Health, the Rotary Club of St. Kitts and Nevis, and the Starkey Foundation. International Development Director in the Caribbean for Starkey, Kurt Richards, said that the foundation is committed to providing hearing aids for those in need across the Caribbean.
Our mission is to really use the hearing aids as a vehicle to provide independence for those individuals who are having issues with their hearing and they cannot afford it. So our program is designed to not just provide the hearing aid, but also provide the support that goes with the hearing aid. So our foundation not only do we provide the hearing aids, but we also provide batteries and aftercare services to those who were fitted with their hearing devices.
The Starkey Foundation was created by William F. Austin in 1984, whose life's work was built on the premise of "so the world may hear." The foundation's community-based hearing healthcare model makes hearing healthcare and education more accessible to those in need by being simple, sustainable, and scalable. The St. Kitts and Nevis Financial Services Regulatory Commission (FSRC), in collaboration with the Caribbean Association of Pension Supervisors (CAPS) and the Caribbean Regional Technical Assistance Center (CARTAC), gathered at the St. Kitts Marriott for an important two-day workshop on enhancing the micro and macro dimensions of pension regulation and supervision from June 18th to 19th. CAPS President explained that this is the 8th annual meeting since the company's founding in 2010 and said that the topic for this year focuses on micro dimensions, which has to do with pension regulation in private pension industries, and macro levels, which has to do with pension regulation in country and regionally. She said that she was pleased to have chairperson of the FSRC, Financial Secretary Hilary Hazel, as one of the key speakers for the workshop.
We had the pleasure of opening our conference with the chairperson of the Financial Services Regulatory Commission, Mrs. Hilary Hazel, as our keynote speaker. And that was very informative. She gave a very thought-provoking opening to our conference that set the tone for us. You might ask, what do we mean by the micro and the macro dimensions of pension regulation? The micro level is how do we supervise and regulate on the level of pension plans, investment managers, administrators of pension plans, the trustees of pension plans of the private pension industry. On the macro level, we look at what is going on in the economy, both in our country and regionally. How does it affect the pension plans that we supervise and regulate? But generally speaking, our main interest and why we do everything that we do is in the interest of the members of pension plans and ultimately pensioners.
CAPS President Nicolette Jennes. At an awards banquet at the St. Kitts Marriott, held as a part of the 16th Annual Scientific Conference of the Caribbean College of Surgeons (CCOS) on June 15th, two well-known surgeons were honored for their outstanding contributions to the field of medicine. The President, Desmond Fosbury, noted that the awards banquet fulfills one of the mandates of the college, which is to provide fellowships to its members while united in its effort to improve quality surgical cares for patients living in and visiting the Caribbean.
It gives me great delight to announce that our two honorees are from St. Kitts, and when their citations are read, you will see that they are truly deserving of this prestigious award. I speak of none other than my physician as a kid, anesthesiologist, the first Prime Minister and national hero of St. Kitts and Nevis, Sir Kennedy Simmons. Give him a round of applause.
Each year, the college chooses one or two persons who have made significant contributions to the field of medicine in the Caribbean, said CCOS President Dr. Cameron Wilkinson. Cognitive, physical, social, and emotional development are important components of the overall growth process of a child as they determine how children think, pay attention, remember, feel, socialize, and learn. This is the model adopted by the Early Childhood Development Unit, ECDU, in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis in an effort to ensure that children receive the very best child care education. Appearing on Working for You on Wednesday, June 20th, officials from the ECDU expounded on just how important children are, the importance of early childhood education to child development, as well as the procedure used to keep children actively engaged.
We focus on their holistic development. That's the physical, the cognitive, the social, emotional. And what we do early stimulation. We don't rote teach. We stimulate them through play, using theories from Piaget, Vygotsky, and those early theories. And we create an environment which is conducive for their development, their learning, their stimulation, visually, orally, so that we can meet all their needs.
Child caretaker Travia Tyson. Thank you for joining us on this week's episode. See you next time.
Stay up to date with news, programs, and activities of the government with SKNIS. Like us on Facebook. Listen to us on SoundCloud. Follow us on Twitter. And watch our videos on YouTube. Connect with us today. SKNIS, St. Kitts and Nevis Information Service.